Okay, this is the front door. We don't have our door handle on here yet. This is our doorbell. The front door is facing south. The structure faces southeast for the purpose of this inspection report. Our home today faces south. And so around the front door we see that we do not have any sealant around the casement, which is the case with all the windows we'll learn. We also have learned that the lintel right here, the lintel right there, these lintels have not been painted to help protect them from rusting. When they rust, they expand. When they expand, they crack your brick. So these two lintels, all the lintels, and this window casement, you see it hasn't been sealed yet, so all the window casements and door casements should be sealed, and all of the lintels should be painted. Okay, we have sealant around our light fixtures, our luminaries, our carriage wall sconces. Okay, this one right here, just take just a little bit more sealant right in there. It dried. We were kind of in a hurry. We're in a hurry. We get in a hurry when we build these houses, don't we? We sure do. And then this is kind of a roof thing that we got going here. Wait a minute. I thought I got this thing off of silent. Good home inspection. Wow. Nobody's talking to me. So, silent mode off. So we're coming along here. We got another broken window. These are two broken windows. Now, this window up here is different than these windows down here. It doesn't have a lintel over it because it's not supporting brick. This is on the wood, all right? And these faux dormers up here, all right? They're supposed to have Z-bar flashing behind them, around the tops, so that water falls off and doesn't come inside. And the rain gutters, okay, these windows should have Z-bar flashing across their tops. Across their tops right there. So the water comes off. And then our rain gutter, it's not supposed to discharge directly onto the roof covering. And, you know, the only solution for that would be a downspout into the rain gutter. You know, we got aesthetic issues. It just doesn't look right. Okay? But, you know, so somebody makes their decisions. But if it had been done right, there would be an extension going down into the rain gutter. And we come along because it catches all this rain, all this water coming off all these roofs, down this valley, pours it right there on top of your roof. You think you're going to get a leak there? Well, I can't promise you where. I can promise you that you will get a leak. I can't promise you where you're going to get it. But the odds are pretty good that's going to be someplace like that. That's where the devil hides, is in the details. Coming across here, the rain gutter, we've got a nice long kick out. Look at that. That is a nice flashing. I appreciate that, Mr. Builder. But this rain gutter is not supposed to be butted up next to the house. With the benefit of the kick out, but you should have a 1-inch gap between the siding and the rain gutter. You're not supposed to have it that close to the house. Now, this is a new house. There's no sense in doing a wood destroying insect termite inspection on this. But where do termites live? In the ground. What do they eat? Dead wood. What's wood mulch? Dead wood on the ground next to your house. That's called a clue. That's called a clue. Some of our rain gutters are below grade. I thought I saw some of them above grade. Okay, but some of them are below grade. They did this because they had the sidewalk. It'd really been nice if they'd done this but they had the sidewalk, so they had to work around it, so they put the rain gutter right here. Now, you think this is going to be a roofing video, right? Okay, so we have our shingles, and then our rain gutter is over the fascia. Okay, so the fascia board. So if you look over here, this is the rake edge, the edge flashing. Okay, and then our fascia board, and there's a little piece of metal between it, right there. Okay, that's called edge flashing. This is rake edge, so this is rake edge flashing. If you have it over on the drip edge, you get it. It'd be drip edge flashing. But this flashing is supposed to be lapped a minimum of 2 inches. That's what the manufacturer says. It's a minimum of 2 inches. And I've seen several areas around here where it's not. It's not lapped 2 inches. Now, statistically, is that going to cause your house to fall down? Probably not. You're going to have premature failure? Probably not. What does the manufacturer's installation instructions say? If the builder can show you that the manufacturer's installation says that it can be 1 inch or less, well then there you go. There you go. Nobody's going to argue with the installation instructions. The builder can use the installation instructions at any time to prove to you that this is done right. So, if you've got a question, he can answer it. He can answer it with the installation instructions. He'll be glad to. It's his job. Everybody wants a job, right? Okay, we do not have sealant between the window frame. Now right here, okay, these are called weep holes. Alright? These are called weep holes. And inside these weep holes, these are called weirs. Alright? They keep bugs from crawling in. They hinder moisture from coming in. So that's their job. That's what those weirs are for. You think water can get in that hole right there? I think they need to seal that. I think water can jump right down on in there. That's what I think. Okay. So coming along here. Oh, well, looky there. See that edge flashing I was talking about? Right there. Does that look like 2 inches to you? No, it doesn't look like 2 inches to me either. Okay. And again, the lintels need to be painted. And we come right on around. Now, these are little box bushes. They're real cute. But they're going to grow. They're going to grow. I think I would have put them a little closer to the middle because they're going to grow in circles. These are circular plants. I mean, look these up in the Genius under circular plants. Then you'll see these little box bushes. So it's going to grow just as far that way as it is this way. So it's going to be crowding your building. It's going to be holding moisture next to the brick because brick is a very good building material. It's a great building material. This house could burn down and you could reuse the brick. Okay? Burn down and reuse the brick. It's a great insulator, but brick is very porous. And if your lawn sprinkler system's spraying this, or if it rains like it did last night, the water goes right through the brick. And that's why we have these weep holes around the perimeter. But if you got these bushes, these little box bushes right next to the house, when they grow up and they get all bushy, it's going to be nice and dark, and it's going to hold that moisture. The moisture won't leave your wall system as fast as it normally would. And then, termites, being blind, they like shade. They don't want to be seen instinctually. So you got this wood mulch next to the house, a dead wood next to your house with a big box bush making some shade for it. That's a critical point. That's a critical point. Here we have another rain gutter that's right up next to your house. Right up next to you. You don't have that 1 inch. You don't have that 1 inch. And I see that a lot. I see that a lot. My dear client was asking me, she said, "What is this board?" And I said, it's a board. I guess, they had it for a bumper or something, like on a boat. Maybe they were bringing a forklift in or something. I don't know what that's about. All this mud needs to be cleaned out from underneath there so you have a nice gap. Okay, lintels again. And then we've got continuous soffit vents. Continuous soffit vents for the roof. And I wonder what the exhaust vents look like. That's going to be a good question. We got questions. We're questionable people. Okay, so moving on along. Continuing on around here. This has not been sodded yet, but this yard has this home has a lot of yard. So I really like that, I really like that. The water's running away from the home. This place right here, this is a little questionable. You're probably going to want to keep your eye on that. But really, grading and drainage, it might not be the biggest section of my report. It might not be. Coming on along, brick and brick and brick and brick. More brick and brick. We're still here. Rain gutter does not divert water 10 feet away from the house, 10 feet away from the structure. It does not. We're going to have a whole video for these guys. We're going to have a whole video for that guy and his brother. we are. Moving on along. These are exhaust vents for the attic. We got some ventilation going on. It's windy. Can you hear the wind? And while I'm here, now this is the temperature we haven't been sodded yet. This is the pressure relief valve drain, and it's supposed to discharge a maximum of 6 inches from the ground. So, I'm just not seeing that. It looks like it's a little high to me, but that's what we have. Moving on along. Remember when I was talking about the weep holes and the weirs? Well, look, we got a weir here. Oh, you're stuck open. You're stuck open. Okay. I was getting carried away. Oh, look at here. See this? We're missing our weirs. We're missing our weir traps. Right there. And again, it just keeps bugs out. If you don't mind bugs, you're okay. By the way, I have experienced in a vacant house on a windy day, the house played like a flute because we were missing our weir traps. I thought it was haunted, man. I was kind of scared. I was in the house all by myself. I was hearing that. And speaking of weeping, as the water's hitting this window, you can see the drainage. You can see how the rain is hitting the window and coming down and moving around this. That's why these windows need to be sealed. It'd be nice if you had your weir traps too. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious right there. You can see it. Just as plain as day. You sure can. Those are things that we want to watch. Okay, we have another one here and another one here. This is the pipes. This is secondary drain lines for your air conditioning systems. They install them over windows for a reason. If that's leaking, you have a problem with your air conditioning system. So you need to call the air conditioning guy because you look out the window. Now you got to look out the window first. I get that, but it's better than nothing, and that's a requirement by code. Now this rain gutter, okay, it's about an inch away. It's about an inch away from the wall, the butt end. That's the way it's supposed to be. The other ones are supposed to look like this one. Okay. And if the other ones are right, then this one needs to be fixed. Okay. Again and again and again. Okay, we're coming on along here. Coming along here. Okay, this is a gas port, for a grill. Okay, these are your soffit intake vents for the primary bedroom, actually. And then, you have the roof, the ceiling, it's nice. It's probably 15 feet or so. But you want to check with the grill manufacturer to see if they're okay with it being in a semi-enclosed environment. Different grills have different requirements. So I would be out here just grilling like a big dog. I wouldn't care. That's what I would be doing. But I'm a hypocrite. And so if you're going to put a grill out here, it'd be wise to, just check it out and just see what the manufacturer says. That way, if anything happens, you know why. Because you're going to do it anyway, right? But if anything happens, you know why. So we're coming on along. Trudging through the tundra. Mile after mile. Coming on along. Oh, by the way. Oh, here's a good example.
They do not.
Remember when I was talking when this video first started? I was talking about the kick-out flashing. We don't have any kick-out flashing over these windows. We do not have any kick-out flashing over these windows. That's pretty interesting, huh? I wonder how they, the Hardy manufactures installation instructions. The installation instructions will show you how to do that. So if you can look at the instructions and they say you don't need a Z-bar flashing over there, then you don't need it, because that's what the manufacturer said. I can't argue with the manufacturer. But I got an idea that if you get the instructions, you'll find out that these windows were installed improperly. That's the idea I get. Okay, these are your cleanouts. Okay, you got double cleanouts out here. This is a septic system. I don't think it's been signed off on yet. No printing, right? So, that. And then this disconnect box, it should be sealed on 3 sides. 3 sides keep moisture from getting into your bricks, because what? Brick is porous, remember? Yes. Rain gutter is supposed to discharge water farther out away. Now the problem with having a rain gutter discharge pipe, because the builder's going to put a little brick there, and they always turn around backwards to give the home inspector something to talk about, right? Oh, those home inspectors, let's give them something to talk about. Look at this little splashback there. No, it's supposed to take water out here. And the problem with taking water out here is that now the lawn crew is going to be running over it and bending it up, and
it'll have an extension on it.
So what we probably should do is do like you did at the front of the house, because it was good enough for the front of the house, is take it underneath the water and have a pop out over here. Now, I've seen some people with extensions, and it depends on your involvement. It depends on your involvement. And they'll have pins, so that when you're doing the lawn, you can take the pins out and take the downspouts off and protect them. See these circles right here? These circles, this is a post-tension cable slab. A post-tension cable slab house. Okay? That's a very strong system. They make a couple different post-tension types. I don't know which one it is, but it is a post-tension slab. And that's how I know that to identify the house. Okay, it's a monolithic post-tension cable slab. You know what I haven't seen yet? I've been looking, and I don't see any control joints. After you have 30 feet, you should have a control joint, because this is going to move. This is going to move. And then these these vent pipes for the plumbing. Okay, see those nice white vent pipes? They're supposed to be painted. They're supposed to be painted to protect them from UV rays. Coming on along, another water heater. This is our gas. This is a propane gas home. This vent pipe, because this has been sodded. This vent for this water heater. Pressure relief valve. Water heaters, tankless water heaters do not have temperature pressure. This needs to be sealed. Paper around here. You know what I'm not seeing though? I'm not seeing any bonding. I'm not seeing electric bonding to the gas meter. Not seeing that. This. Okay, this is part of your septic system. No, this is your propane. You've got underground propane. Again, beyond the scope of this inspection. Just like all that talk around there. Okay.
That's just a test. So if they come out here and they want to test your system.
Now this is your check valve for your lawn sprinkler system. And it's above grade. It used to be against this system like this was everywhere in the United States except North Texas. We're putting ours in the ground. Now we're starting to put them up out of the ground, and we've changed our code. And so what happens is that
that's your propane tank.
This is subject to freezing.
Propane tank for the house. You do have individual shutoffs in the house for different things.
This is the main shutoff valve.
What? You know, you start smelling gas.
There we go. This is the main shutoff valve for the lawn sprinkler system. These are the isolation valves.
Shut off an emergency situation.
Now they sell these insulated boxes.
This one's shut off. You got two different places. You can shut it off here, or you can shut it off at this one. It's off right now.
Hey.
I wanted it off because I still had your cooktop doesn't have a wire for it yet. The sheetrock.
So what I'm not seeing is control joints. No control joints on the entire house. Because we're in North Texas, we're on expansive clay soil. It's going to move. We don't have any control joints. Okay. Again, missing our. No, we got weirs there.